Hi guys, you're here with me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, and I'm doing one of my new kind of things on my channel, which is flipping through one of my two books. I have an Encyclopedia of Witchcraft and Wicca by Raven G, and then but today we're reading out of this one, which is the Witch Book of the Encyclopedia of Witchcraft, Wicca, and Neo-Paganism by Raymond Buckland. Both very popular authors within the world of magic and witchcraft. So the topic, though, that I flipped upon and I thought would be so interesting to talk about is the letter K in magic, and when we use it and why, because I had no idea, but I knew that some people use it and some people don't, and I just thought that that was like a fun way of making it like more mystical. But I knew that there had to be a little something more, right? So let's learn it together, because I've just read the first paragraph and now we're going to read the rest together. So let me take a big drink of water. How are you guys this evening? Right now in Seattle it's 12:15 p.m. on a Tuesday. And I just got home from work and I did up a video on the animal spirit deck. I'm unveiling that whole thing, and now I'm doing this magicking K and magic. So let's listen, yeah? Alright, magic with a K, spelled like this, okay? M-A-G-I-C-K. So it's magic plus a K, alright? Is an old spelling of magic, M-A-G-I-C, and is used by many modern occultists to differentiate the parapsychological form from the stage conjuring variety. Okay? So there are many definitions of magic with a C. Here are some of them. Creating your own reality. I like that, but I would like to think that there's something like a lot more to it. A seemingly unnatural happening brought about by human means. Okay. That sounds really spot on to me. Words and actions affecting physical reality. Yes, that sounds right on to me as well. The science or art of causing change to occur in conformity with will. Yeah, and that is an Aleister Crowley quote. The first three don't say who they're from. The projection of natural energies to produce needed effects. And that's Scott Cunningham. And that sounds good as well. Making something happen that you want to happen. Raymond Buckland, the author of this book. Okay, events normally happen following a course of cause and effect, although we are invariably unaware of this principle as life flows by a seemingly haphazard manner. However, if this flow, this seemingly disorganized pattern, can be interpreted and changed to make an event take place when and where we want it, then magic with the C has been done. We are making something happen that we want to happen. Scott Cunningham says, there are three main sources for magical energy: personal power, earth power, and divine power. Okay. Personal power is that which resides within each and every one of us, empowering our bodies and sustaining life. This power can be aroused with the right stimuli, directed to achieve some purpose, and released to that end. Earth power is within the planet and may be reached through any number of means. Examples: stones, trees, plants, wind, fire, and water, and so on. It, too, can be aroused, manipulated, and directed to achieve desired ends. Divine power is the driving force that works through the other two. It is universal power coming from what we perceive as deity and acting through our bodies or through the earth. Cunningham makes the point that magic is not supernatural. Fully on with that. It is not supernatural. It is more of a science because it's based on energy and mental intention. And that's scientifically proven. There's so many things that are unexplained that happen with the mind, but they're still scientifically unexplained. Like, science studies it, right? They're saying it's happening. So, think about that and do more research on that if you don't know enough about it. But I just wanted to say that on this topic. It too can be Cunningham makes the point that magic is not supernatural. It is occult, meaning hidden or secret. That's what occult means, is hidden or secret. And known only as the initiated, but it is also natural. Its workings may not yet be known, understood, or even labeled by science, but that does not mean that it does not exist. Anyone who practices magic with a C is by definition a magician. A magician. It should be stressed that a magician is a practitioner. In other words, he or she is not necessarily connected with any religion's belief or worship. And the same applies for the word witchcraft. Okay? Because you can be an eclectic witch and then you practice witchcraft, okay? So, in other words, he or she is not necessarily religious beliefs or worship. It is not necessary to become a witch. Christian, Jew, Buddhist, or follower of any other religion in order to be a magician and practice magic with a C. Whether or not one believes that the power behind magic with a C comes ultimately from deity is immaterial. Magic rituals do not have to be done as part of religious rituals. There are many different ways of working magic with a C, and as many different types of magician. There is low magic and high magic. Imitative or sympathetic magic, ceremonial magic, folk magic, and magic for health, wealth, love, power, and protection. Generally, magic with a C can be divided into positive and negative, although some small actions may fall somewhere in a gray area between the two, and then it says C binding. Some magic with the C can be potentially dangerous to the practitioner because of entities or spirits conjured, while other magic with the C is totally benign, drawing only from natural forces within. Magic with the C can be done by individuals or by groups. Most ceremonial magic with the C is done by an individual, while most witchcraft magic with the C is done by groups or covens. But there are exceptions to both of these. In ceremonial magic with the C, a magician may take days or even weeks preparing the ritual. All the instruments needed are carefully prepared into an ancient formula. The time and place of performing the ritual is determined and again carefully prepared. The power is drawn down by using the names of powerful names that can be used to force the spirits to do the magician's will. In witchcraft, the work to be done is carefully planned out. I would agree with that. Yeah. With the objective clear in everyone's mind. Then the power necessary to work magic with the C is drawn from the bodies by raising them to a state of excitement or ecstasis. A getting out of oneself. This may be achieved by dancing, singing, chanting, scourging? I don't know what that is. Sexual activity, or in other ways. When sufficient power has been raised, it is sent out, directed to achieve the desired result. In some Wiccan traditions, each individual sends the power as and when ready. In other traditions, the power is sent by the individual witches into the body of the high priestess, who can then project the total. In hedge witchcraft, wart cunning, and many forms of folk magic with the sea, there is less emphasis on the drawing down of power and more on imbuing charms, amulets, or talismans with the power to do the work. The time of working magic with the sea is always important. In such forms as ceremonial magic with the sea and even candle magic, this time to work may be carefully established through the use of tables or by following the set formulae. In most folk magic with the sea and that of Wicca, a more general approach involves simply working positive magic with the sea in the waxing phases of the moon, and negative magic with the sea, i.e., magic to be rid of something, to be in an unwanted suitor or a bad cold, in the waning phase. So, hopefully that makes sense. I read a lot and it didn't say much about with a K except for in the very beginning, which is not what I was expecting, but we learned a lot about it, right? And I'll say it again just to wrap it up. Magic spelled this way with a K, M-A-G-I-C-K, is an old spelling of magic, M-A-G-I-C, and is used by many modern occultists to differentiate the parapsychological from the stage conjuring variety. There are many definitions of magic. Some of them are. Alright, you guys. So, that was a fun little, kind of quick video. We got it right around 10 minutes. Have a beautiful day. Evening, night. Enjoy the moon. And, come back and see what's next on Jen the Taxidermy Witch. Love you all.